Good morning, everyone. Catalyst Echo from Catalyst Echo Designs here. And I am just looking into, so this is my final first coat for this jewelry box. Today I'm going to look into some transfer placement. Here, I'll just rotate this around so you can see it. This is just the first coat. There's some issues with it, but I wanted to decide on which parts of the transfer that I'm going to use so that I can make sure that the final coat of this is going to be where it needs to be. So we've kind of put the top back on, and I haven't put the glass back in yet. There is going to be a transfer on the top of it, but I haven't put the glass back in yet because we're not going to apply it. I still want to paint this one more coat. And then, yeah, so we're just going to do a little bit of transfer placement today and then probably do the final coat, and then I'll probably put the transfers on as well, and then I may edit a few of these videos and post them. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm using the Magnolia Garden transfer, and the first thing that I always do, wait, let me find it. I thought I gathered everything. Oh no, I did. Okay. The first thing that I always do when I'm going to decide on transfer placement is you need like a little bit of an area, a little bit of a surface area. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move this over here for a minute, just so that we have a little bit of a surface area. All right, so that we can take a look at these things. Transfers are typically pretty big. This one is 24 by 32. All right. And, but you can break it up into little bits. So obviously 24 by 32, that would be way too big for this, but it has little bits and bobs and things of that nature. So what I like to do is, you can see I've already used some of it. What I like to do is just go through and look for like things. So I really like this piece right here. This one right here. And I just want to see if yeah, that will fit nicely on the top here. Okay, cool. Let me cut that out and make sure that the placement is going to be right. So yeah, you cut out your transfers, and it's kind of, I like to keep some tape on hand just to make sure. These Dixie Belle ones, they're pretty new, which means they're still sticking to the back quite nicely, but sometimes they don't. So I just keep a handy little thing of tape just so that I can make sure that the transfer sticks to the backing. I have had this problem before where I've rolled it back up and the transfer doesn't, like part of it sticks to part of it, and I lost part of a transfer that way. I was really sad. So I'm also going to cut out these little bits that are on the edges here, because I want to avoid any situations where I'm rolling it back up and it's getting separated from its backing. Plus, I probably will use the little leaves and bits, assuming that, oh yes, okay, that's color-wise. Yes, they do go, these leaves. So I probably will use some of the little bits and bobs. One thing I love about the Dixie Belle transfers, okay, this is a little big, actually. What if I did it like this? Can you see that? Here. Like that, and it'll kind of go over the glass. Okay. But one thing I love about these Dixie Belle transfers is that they put a lot of little extra bits and separated parts, so you can layer and make new little elements if you want to, and I love that. So like here, if you look on this sheet here, you see all the I'm trying not to move you guys too much. I think I finally figured out a good lighting scenario, although I do probably want to adjust this whole complicated background back there in a future video. But I think I figured out a lighting scenario where you can see, you and I can see the lighting everywhere. So I do like for this part of the video creation. Oh, I like this one too. You know what? I like this one a lot, actually. What about that? Yeah. Okay, so this one right here, I'm really loving right now. So I'm going to cut that one out too. I'll probably just cut all of them out. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that looks really pretty, like just right there. I could do that. Okay, so that's a possibility. But do you see what I mean, though? I was telling you about like the individual bits. So I can take this large flower here and some of these leaves, And I can layer them. I can come up with a scenario where they're layered together to create another cluster that suits whatever piece that I'm working on. And I do like that. So this one has more flowers, and they're a little bit crisper because they're further away. They're a little crisper. So, and I like the fact that it has more leaves, because I actually was really kind of fascinated by and drawn to this green color here. So I'm probably going to go with this one, but I really like this one too. Let me see here. What about that? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I don't think I'm going to use this big one today, but I might. And then with this one here, this one and this one go really well together. This piece and this piece go really well together. So if I do use this one, I'm definitely using this one. So where's my scissors? Yes. And this transfer comes with a whole bunch of sheets. It's like 4 sheets total, and I've used parts of it already. I can show you the box that I used that on. I probably will do the reveal together of this box and that box, because they're related. They're similar, but not the same. So I love this one too, but the art style is different. And the way that the leaves look is different. So I'm probably not going to use that. This one I'm probably going to use on its own for something else, because this one is the only one that looks like this with the you know, the line very hyper realistic center. This one is the only one that looks like that. So I'm probably going to save that one for something entirely different. Let's see. I've got that. Yeah, because everything looks really realistic in that one. That one would make a good centerpiece on a smaller box, maybe, or a box around this size. But like, yeah. So I'm probably going to use that one on its own. We're going to set this one aside because I'm not going to use that one with this. And so these ones here have a bit of realistic detail. They have the cooler tone green along with the olivey green, which I like. Oh, don't fall. Okay. Yeah, so I like those. So I think we're going to go with that. And then these ones here and this one here kind of all go together. So we'll probably save those for a project. And then these ones kind of go together. So I love that about the Dixie Belle transfers, because I do like to make the smaller pieces. And Dixie Belle really chose to, you know, to cater to people who make large pieces of furniture or small ones. And then the transfer also comes with this, which I love, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. So I love this, but I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. There's a part of me that just wants to use it as make a you know, an image with it, you know, like an actual painting with it. But I don't know yet. So I just don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. But that was the color I was inspired by for the color of this, because I like the way that the magnolias and the leaves look on that color. I think it really features them without being, you know, it's neutral, but it's not hyper neutral. So I like what I did with the colors that I chose. But I also like this kind of like parchment look. And I always love, I think I talked about this in another video, I always love it when there's words on stuff. I don't know, I just love that. It's just wonderful. So now we're going to put these back. The ones we're not using, we're going to put them back. All right, I might use these pieces on this, so we'll keep those out. But I'm going to leave, I don't know, I almost want to leave these for this, because that would be cool together, like for this one. Yeah, all right, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. All right, so that's cool. So those all go together nicely. And this one as well. We're going to roll these. We're going to put them all together and roll them back up. And yeah, I kind of want to, you know, let's flip that. Let's flip that, because I kind of want to use this one to prep the others. There we go. There we go. So we use that one to protect the others, the big one that's still whole, to protect the others, and then we just put it right back. And I've still got at least 2, maybe 3 more uses out of this transfer. So that will be after is all said and done with that, I will have done 3 pieces out of 1 transfer set, which is a really good deal actually. If you look at the cost of transfers, it might be cost prohibitive for you, but if you're making small things like this, if you think about the fact that you're going to really break it up and use it in bits, it's actually a lot more cost effective than you'd think. All right, let's see here. Let's put that up here for inspiration. All right, now let's take a look at placements. So we have 3 main pieces here. We have this piece. Ooh, you know what? That could be cool. Like that. No. All right. Let me, see, I kind of love the, I don't know. I know. See, keeping the hardware on here is causing a little bit of issues with what I can do. I might have to actually take that apart and take it off. It's another good reason to remove your hardware. I was thinking maybe we could cheat this, but I don't know if we can. So, and I do want to still do a scene on the back as well, but I don't want to use these pieces for that. I want to use, well, maybe do something like that on the back. That could be really, 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 really nice, and it fits really perfectly there, actually. That could be really nice. Little secret hidden scene in the back there. So if I did that, okay, if we did this, let's block it out and put it on there and see what it kind of looks like here. All right, let's block it out. So if we did that on the back, so it could be placed in front of a mirror, and then we did this on the front. Oh, maybe going over to the side too. That could be kind of cool. And then we could do something like this. No. I'm really loving the idea of putting this one up here. Like that. And this one here. But what are we going to do with the sides? I might need more. Yeah, because I'm not loving this on its own. Alright, so what about like this? What about this and this? The idea that I'm looking for here is I want to create a flow between the images. I don't know if I want to use this on the back. I think I might need it for the front. So I want to create a flow between the images. Yeah, like something like this might be cool. Okay, wait. I might have an idea here. Because I do want to include the full-on 3-dimensional piece. All right, let's see. Okay, we can do that. So that would be like that. And, you know, we'll mess around with placement a little bit when it comes time. But like something like that. Or maybe even pull it over a little bit. Yeah, like something like that. That part can go like right there, and then that part can go like right there. Okay, something like that would be cool. And that uses that side and comes around towards the front. And then we could do something like this. Yeah, okay. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe something like that. That could be cool. Yeah, because that kind of flows around like that. Okay. All right, so that could be cool, and we can just mess around with the placement of that. All right, let's see. That kind of flows. We'll use that part. Like, I want to keep this kind of on the drawers only. Yeah, we'll use that part. And then that comes around like that. That would be cool. That could be cool. That could be really cool. I almost want to use, like, yeah, like, I almost want to use, like, because that's a lot on the sides. I almost want to use more of this one here, like this. But I don't want it to come through onto this part here. There we go. What about, like, that? Okay, perfect. Perfect. I think that's the way. Yeah. Something like that, and then it could come around like that. And maybe we change the angle so that more that's on the side. Okay, like that. Yeah. Okay, we gotcha. I gotcha. All right. All right, so we got that and that so far. That's cool. And then, so the flow is like this. And then up, and then around like that. So that kind of creates an organic flow, which would place these right here. Because this flows into that. Or we could do this. We could put the flow upwards. No, I don't think I like that. Okay, so that would place these kind of there. Or, no, we could do this and make this sort of part of that. That's a very interesting balance. Especially if we put the primary. That's kind of cool, actually. I do like that. Should we put that there? No, that's too much. All right. Because this is sort of a bouquet. These pieces here look like they're more on the tree itself. But this is sort of a bouquet. And though it has the same artistic vibes, it doesn't have the same organic vibes. What about something like this? No. We could do this. We could do that. But that puts the shadows or the highlights in the wrong direction. So when you're thinking about transfer placement, look at where the highlights are. The lightest light parts on the transfer, you want the light to all be coming from the same direction. So it works for these two pieces. The light is coming from this way. So we have to do it this way. Like, in order for it to be the same light source. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, so we kind of have to do it. We kind of have to do this. So that's cool. I can do that. All right, so that's that. Yeah. All right, that light source is all the same. I'm going to have to mess with it just a little bit and make sure that the light source is absolutely perfect. Oh, wait. Okay. It's hard because this one is actually painted with multiple light sources. Okay. That's interesting because you can see here. I don't know if you can see this here. Wait, let me put it up nice and close for you. Let me let my camera focus on it. Okay. So you see how the light is coming from here, but it's also coming from here. So this one has two light sources. And these are a little bit more single light source or like organic kind of light source. That's interesting. So this one has two light sources, which is fine because it's going on the top. So I just want to make sure that the main light source, okay, so it kind of has to go like this if it wants to be featured the same way. All right, well that's cool. That helps. That helps in placement. Looking at the light sources when you're trying to place these, it'll look way better and much more realistic. No one will really know why except you, but that's why. If you're using, like if I were to put it, for example, so this light source is all from the top and the sides here. So that would go really well here, right? That would be fine there, but it's too much there. And you just have to kind of keep that in mind. You just have to keep your light sources in mind, and that'll make it look like the transfer goat belongs there. Like it should have been there the whole entire time. And your paint should also reflect these light sources. So mine kind of does. Like you can see where the lightest of the light parts of these transfers are coming where the lightest of the light parts of... Yeah, so that's good. I like that. Okay, good. And another thing to keep in mind is that transfers are translucent. They're not opaque. They're translucent. So you are going to pick up a little bit of the background. So like when you layer transfers, you can see just like a little bit of the lower layer through the top layer. So you want to think about that as well when you're trying to pick placement. So this will go somewhere up here. I don't know. I'm actually kind of living for this right now. But I'm equally interested in playing with oh, there we go. I got it. I figured it out. There we go. Yep, that's it. It goes right there. That's where it goes. Okay, perfect. And let me just check. Light. Yep, the light sources all work. That's awesome. Okay, so this is where it's gonna go. And that's a little tutorial on picking how to place transfers. So I think that's where what we're going with. I'm fairly certain that that's what we're going with. All right. Well, it was lovely to make a video for you as always, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment on this video if you want me to talk any more about light and transfer placement. Or if you found this video interesting, just let me know. If you learned something, I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that little ringy ding bell to be notified whenever I upload. Have a great day.